Good morning, everybody. So today I'm actually decided I'll do my full face with you guys, seeing that I haven't done that in the last few days. So let's do this. I really like the way my makeup turned out yesterday, so I will be using the same routine. I've already done my pre-makeup routine, which is, hi Zoe, which is setting spray, all my pre-makeup, like my eye cream and all that healthy skincare. Then my setting spray, primer setting spray. And I'm now just shaking my skin correcting concealer. And I'm going to go in very light with this. Do one eye at a time. And blend that in. I'm getting new things, Zoe. I really liked how the eye turned out yesterday. And just highlighting the under eyes. Oh, the light is very bright today. I wonder why it's so bright. I wonder if it's just because it is cold today. Sorry, let's just get the lights right. Okay. Let's do the other eye. Not a nice day for you guys to go to school in though, with the rain. But for us staying at home, it's an absolutely beautiful day. And Jenna's off to school. Zoe, I bought the kit in July. And then, but just bought it so that I could have the makeup for myself. And then I had some people reach out to me and ask me what makeup I'm using. So you could say that was around about the beginning of August. And then started selling. So and doing the videos, which I'm enjoying. I really am enjoying. It feels funny standing up every morning and just standing here talking to myself. But you know what? Even if it makes a difference to one other person, that they actually learn. Hi Liana, how are you? Learning how to do makeup. That's for me already a plus. Just putting my normal old concealer on now, just over my spots, which is in the color Organza. As Scarlet is a little bit light to put it on my spots. I'm good, thank you. Thanks for the share yesterday. It really meant a lot. You're already in the draw for the mascara. So thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. So if you see the red button, you are live with me on the video. Please pop in and say hi. You guys already said hi, so that's amazing. And then if you can just share my link for 5 days on your page, that will be appreciated, because people might not think on the first day, oh my word, let's watch that lady. But it's like habit, so because you see it every day, people eventually then just think, oh, Liana, by the way, Liana sent that link. Maybe I should just go look at that lady. So if you guys can just share my link. I have shared it on my business page, so all you push on is the share button on that one, and you can share that video. I mean the link. I will appreciate it. And as I say, it's not necessarily that somebody would buy for me. It's just to grow the actual number of viewers and people that actually join my page. So thank you. Just going in with my beauty blender, which I'm just going to spray with some rose water because I forgot to wet it. Just going all over my skin. Just setting everything in place. So that was the Liquid Touch foundation. It's really such a lovely foundation. I love all the foundations. I just really I love the way they make my skin feel. It feels like I've got nothing on, just like a moisturizer, and yet I've got all those healthy goodies on my skin. Oops, where's my other little brush go? I'm looking for my little eco one so I can get in the nicks and crannies. A little bit of rose water. And then I'm just going to take a little bit more coverage just around my nose. Hi Chantal, how are you? Your kids I've got so gorgeous. I can't believe how big they are. So I do the rose water because it actually helps for inflammation. So I put actually rose water is the same as what we call our toner. It just hydrates and it just makes everything just blend better for once you start your makeup application. Sorry, I've got dry patch, which they say it's a type form of eczema around my nose. So I just put a little bit of extra moisture around my nose area, which just helps. But the rose water I put on in the morning because I suffer from like redness on my skin and puffiness, and that actually helps for that. It's also an excellent product for if you've got sunburn. But why I put it on my brush is it actually just softens the brush. I can actually just put water in a bottle and actually just keep a bottle of water here. I was just too lazy to quickly walk to the bathroom to go get my beauty blenders wet because I usually blend them before I even come on. Sorry, I'm just quickly made all my stuff fall over. So I'm just quickly putting that in. Apologize for the noise. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to let that sit a bit on my face, that new concealer, because it dries down. But the new concealer we've got here has actually got caffeine, hyaluronic acid. I cannot pronounce that word. That actually is skincare that works while you've got your product on your face. I absolutely love it. So yesterday I got one of my new pressed powders, which I always pull this off, in a color Scarlet, which is a very light color, same as what I've got on my under eyes at the moment. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go into the product and then just tap it in under my under eyes. Now usually I would put setting powder under my over my eyes, but I'm just going to go in first with the lighter pressed powder. It will just keep that lightness in my skin, and that just highlights it nicely. And I'm just going to go over with this everywhere I put my concealer, because that's where I want a little bit of lightness in my skin. Then, because I've done that, then I'm going to go in and I'm going to do a little bit of setting powder. Which is just our loose translucent setting powder. So although it looks like it's white, it's amazing. This stuff is absolutely amazing. So I just actually dust it over, but it's actually translucent. And what it does, don't worry on my top, because you just wipe it off. But you just literally wash it off, and what it does, it actually goes and it just makes everything flawless. Sorry for the camera, but it does that when I'm blending like crazy just to get the powder in. Oh, and the hair's not helping today. So that's our translucent setting powder. Then I'm going to go in with the color, because my skin is quite pale this morning, because it's starting to not get summer, so I haven't been out the house most of the COVID situation, so I'm going in with my color Voile, which is a contrast color, and I just put that over my forehead lightly and then blend. Then it just looks like you've had a little bit of sunshine on you, on that side. Now under your cheekbone, you just go there and you put it, and then swirl to blend it. It just gives you a little bit of color in your face. Some on this side, just light line, and swirl, and swirl. Now because I've picked up a little bit of weight again, I need to do under my chin and just down the neck. Now it might look like there's a disconnect between my neck and my contour, and just a little bit of contour down my nose, on the other side. Because I've got a little fat nose, I need to try and shorten it to make it not as fat. So that is in the darker color. I should actually just pull this thing off. I hate these little things on my powders. So this actually comes, so why you get that little sheet in your powder is it comes with a little puff. Now some people like using the little puffs. I have so many of those little puffs. So they come with a little powder puff that you can now use that. I don't like the powder puffs, so I just throw them away. So what I'm now going to do is go in with my summer color, which is the color Poplin. And I'm just going to soften all the edges where I went. I will knock it under my eye, because I already went there with the other one. Now look at the magic happen. So where I had those darker pieces, and I always go down my neck into my shirt. It does not stain your clothes. It's like a finishing powder, but just gives you a little bit of color, and it just ties everything together of the look. Now I'm going to go in with my blusher, which I just love. I've got the color Sweet as well, but I love, well, actually let's go in with Sweet today. We haven't used Sweet for a long time. Now I do like the color Sisterly, because you can see there it's got like iridescent in it, but I still put highlighter on, so I might as well just put the highlighter on like that. So I'm going to use the color Sweet. It's more like a peachy pink undertone, but no color on, no illuminizers, which is the highlight in it. It's just a very nice, so it's almost like a natural, like you just blushing a bit. And that's why I do like this one, but I just started getting stuck on the Sisterly. And I'm hardly putting product on, guys. I had this for 3 months, and you can hardly see that I've taken any product on. It's so highly pigmented. And then of course I like to just put on the tip of my nose, not on my tongue. My tongue is nowhere near my nose, because that just gives where the sun would usually hit you if you were in the sun. Then we will go in with our actual luminizer. I use the color Pearly. We got all the different colors, which is iridescent, but I just love this. And although it looks quite dark in the pan, when you put it on, it's really not that dark. And once again, you use so little of it. Or I plastered it all over my face. I just love the way it looks. But see, it's not like, I don't know how to explain it. Like I've had some before where as soon as I put it on, I've got this line where it just shows that I've had it on my face. I'm just looking for a little brush so that I can actually just take that same illuminizer. Just want to highlight my brow bone. So just going in under the brow bone and put some highlight. I'm going to use some brownish colors today. And although that looks quite dark now, what I'm going to do is take a blending brush and just soften that up, and then it's just going to have that shiny look there. So I'm not going to look like a clown, so you just go, see, and it just gives the highlight there, natural highlight, like you haven't put anything there, but you've got a natural highlight. Alright, so let's get our eyeshadow palette out and decide what we're going to paint our face with today. So as I said, I took out, still got my eyeshadow palettes, but I have put most of my other ones in my palette. So I've got like an artistry book of work. So let's see what I want to do. Decisions is always the worst. So I think I'll actually go for a more golden eye today. So let's go with a fluffy crease brush. Go in with this. Oh, decisions. Soft like a beigey color, and I'm just going to pat it all over the lid. It just puts like a brownish beige all over the eye. I think I need a mirror. Of course, when you work with shadow, you want to see what you're doing. There we go. Just put that out. It just gives it a nice clear base to work with. Then nice brown. Let's find a nice brown. Just deciding. Then we go. I think I want to go with a matte brown, which I think I'll use. Let's see what colors I'll use. So I have actually printed out the same colors. So let's go in with, where did I put my palette one? Palette one is over there. Do I want palette one? Sorry guys, decisions. They are also nice. Don't want to do a pink color. So actually let's go in. Hi Francesca. With the color Arrogant, which is like a nice brown, which I think would actually just tie in the look beautifully. So I'm just, I'll help if we switch the light on and actually see what I'm doing. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to lightly go in my crease line, put the product and blend. Now it does look like it's quite a dark color, but I want quite a dark accent color in my crease line. But I'm still going to blend it out, so it's not going to be as... And then you just swirl it in. And I usually, when you buy normal shadows... Oh, my papers are wanting to not like me. Too many products, people. And I always say I play with my products, so it's like doing painting. So this is just a big fluffy brush with nothing on it at all. And our products are very blendable, so oh nice. I'm very good, thanks. I'm very thankful it is Friday. So let's then go in with that same color on the other side, just literally putting it over the crease line and blending, picking up a little bit more product. Just blend, windscreen markers, because it's all about keeping the motion And if you keep on blending, it actually just softens the look. So that is a nice brownish base we've got there going. Alright, let's just clean the brush. My brush cleaner. Then I think we're going to go in with a little bit of sparkle, which I think we want to concentrate on the eye, outside of the eye. And I think we might want to go in, where's that same palette? Just go in with palette 4 today and then mix it up with a little bit more. Where's palette 4? Ah, it's in my hand. Silly me. So I'm going in now. What is it, palette 4? Did I mix it? Oh, no, it's not. So I'm going in with the color Secretive, which is a nice, not metallic color, which I'm going to put on the outer corner of my eye. Just a little bit of product on the actual brush. And now I'm just going to go on the outer corner of the eye, like a little Pac-Man V. Now if you wanted to, you can bring that a little bit more in, which I'm just dragging. I'm not putting on any more product. I'm not just working. Now what that does, it actually just gives it that little bit of shine. Because it's got a little bit of sparkle on it. Now I love anything that shines and sparkles. Sean always teases me and says I'm like Dory. Like anything that shines, I need to go investigate. Same here, just a Pac-Man. Went a little bit light with that hand, but as I say, a little bit goes a long way. Just a Pac-Man, and then blend that in, so you get that gold glitter. But you can see the actual other base color is still under there, and it might look a little bit bright at the moment, but I will fix it, because it's all about blending. And then of course making sure your two eyes look exactly the same. And that's so if I usually do this by myself, I can do it quite quickly. But when you stand talking, you take a little bit longer because you're explaining what you're doing. Now I'm going to take our deluxe brush, which is just like a little flat brush. And I think I'm going to go in for a nice champagne color. Let me show you guys. I think that was not on palette 4. Where is that nice champagne color? I absolutely love that color. There. It's called brassy, but it's actually not brassy at all. Or actually snarky. It's called snarky. Let's go in with snarky, which is this beautiful iridescent color. So let's go in with snarky. Just building it up on my product, my brush. And then what we're going to do is just dab that onto the inner corner, inner half of the eye, like so. And on this side. Now I could have cheated and just used the liquid eyeshadow, which I used yesterday in the color Reverend, because that actually has the same impact. I just like how bright this looks, and it stays like this. And then of course I'm going to go and line under my eyes with the darker color. Which is that more goldeny color. I'm just gonna line that under my eye. Or did I actually clean the brush after yesterday? Yesterday I had like a maroon color, so I'm just gonna line under the eye. She's loving it there. They are so good with her. They're opening a charity shop which is what they've been working on this week, which I think opens next week. And then they've also opened, I don't know if that was there before, but apparently there's like a little convenience store there as well, type of thing, and that's where they're gonna work, because she came home the other day with like a chocolate mousse type of thing that she bought there. I'm just going in with the blending side on the other side of it and just softening those lines. So what this does is actually ties in the top and the bottom of the eye. And then I need to go in with that same little angle brush, and I'm now going to take a very, very light choices. I think I actually need a little crease brush, which is tiny. Hi Jenna. Just take a nice little accent color, which I'm just going to put on the inside of my eye there, like so. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that same color and just pull it. So it's not actually pulling, it's actually dabbing. They call it dabbing. And then we just put it in there and dab. Then I go in with that same brush and just soften the edges like so. So that's the eye look done. But what I just want to do is just make sure everything but it does all blend together, because I can see. But if there was any sharp lines or anything that you didn't like, you just go in and you just buff it with your no powder on the brush, blending brush. It just ties. Oh, I was looking for that little sponge this morning. It was in the wrong side. No wonder I couldn't get my brushes in. So that is us with our shadow. Just getting our brow palette. Now, of course, no look is put together unless I have got brows. So I'm just going to quickly brush my brow. Oh, this brush is very hard. What did they think? They only got this brush yesterday, but it's very hard. I prefer the other one. Very sensitive skin. Just cleaning my brush. Yes, she does. I am really enjoying these products. And now we're going to do the brow, because no look is complete without brows. I had a lady yesterday commenting and saying she's looking at microblading her brows. But the problem with those type of things is it's not a permanent fix. So this I can put it on, and if it doesn't look good, I can use a wet wipe and take it off. With microblading, if you go to somebody that doesn't know what they're doing and they make a mess up, you're stuck with that tattoo on your face. And I know you get some really, really good artists out there. I would be to scare people. And it's, as well as your eyes are quite sensitive. Having tattoos, I know how sore a tattoo can be, so I don't think I would ever microblade my brows. That looks stunning. I just believe with the right product, and my eyebrows look like this by the time I go to bed tonight. I just think with the right product, and look at the difference between that and that. And if you just get a good product, it actually doesn't do any harm, but you just look. So this is the side I don't actually have hardly any hair. It's very sparse there. Never came back after treatment. And now I am no artist. My eldest sister is an artist. She does real paintings. we've actually got one of her paintings that we had up in the old house. We just haven't been able to put up in the new house because the walls doesn't allow us to actually put up the painting. We wanted to put it up, but it will definitely go up in my new house when we do move. And there's the other brown, all snatched and ready for the day. Let's put that in there. I think she's amazing. The way she was talking to all those other people. I was on for quite a while, but then one of my presenters actually came on, and she wants us to watch her in the evening. And she actually came up for her. Actually, it wasn't. It was one of our other presenters, Leona. You must actually look. She's one of my. Actually, I'll share it with you. Her name is Carol Reese. She's one of our big team leads. She's up in Wales. So I'm just looking for the right liner. I want to go in with the black one today. And there it is. And she is amazing. She does all these Disney, so she still uses the makeup, but she does her eyes like in Disney and everything. You might actually enjoy watching her. So last night she just did like a orange and green eye look, and then she puts on wigs and everything. I just love watching her. I sit and watch her for ages. So she was coming on, but she actually had a lucky prize box draw. So we buy boxes from her, and it's like mystery boxes, and then you get like in your boxes products that's worth more than what you've paid for your box. And I just thought I'd support her, so I was actually going on that by the time that I was busy watching Lynn. But I think she was amazing when she did speak to the people. I'm sure you were in tears. I absolutely do believe our loved ones reach out to us, and we can feel them on a daily basis, that they communicate with us. So I'm just trying to decide. I'm in decisions, people. How do I decide which liner I want to put on my lips? Do I want to go pompous? Because it's more like a brownie look. I actually think I just need to go with decisions. Sorry, people. I keep on going back to the same one. Is it a sign? Am I being told I must use that one? I've got two of them. No wonder I got to the same one. I just like it. It just looks so, the eye is so dramatic. You know what? I'm going to go in with the natural color and ombre the lips. Now I must just get all the pencils. I've ordered a new little holder for all my pencils, so it will be much better next week. I wish I could put them all on my face, Francesca. So yeah, I will send you the link for Carol. I think you'll love her. And as I said, she does fun looks. She did Cruella the Vil the other night with little spots all over her eyes, and she's got a makeup artist in her actual team. That's absolutely amazing, and teaches people actual like cosplay and all this amazing stuff. And that's what's so nice about the business, is you actually meet people. I mean, Sean was sitting next to me last night watching TV, and I was shaking. That's how much I was laughing. Just the comments that go on the bottom of the post, which is quite bizarre. But yesterday I was sitting laughing my head off. And he was probably thinking, what is this woman doing? But it was funny. It's just, if the more people that you have on the chat, the more interactive it gets. And it was just so funny. How everybody just starts talking and making. Eventually they went from makeup to soup and stew, and eventually you're sitting there and you're hungry. But it was funny. So yeah, that is what my life has come to, sit and watch other people sit and do makeup. And you would actually sit there and I would go like, oh no, you're putting on too much concealer, or you're putting on too much contrast. But you'll see with her, I just use what I need to use, and then I blend it out if I have made an oopsie. But she just blends and blends and blends until she's got it in, and sits chatting while she's blending, which is fun. It makes it all the amount of fun. But like me, I think it's long enough to sit here. So I'm just going to compress that pimple. And then I'm just going to spray some rose water before I do my setting spray. Because it is a little bit colder now. Because we don't get so much fresh air. Your skin needs extra little bit of hydration. So that's just what am I doing? Shaking my hand around. Where is my little fan? So there's the little fan. So yeah, so where I might take a half an hour just to talk and get my makeup on in the morning. Hers might go for an hour, but it's lots of fun. There's actually, you can't do blindfolded, Francesca. You will not have any makeup on your face, seeing that this is makeup. But there is one of our other presenters in the US. She's actually been doing this for about 4 years, and she says she just knows where everything goes. And what she's done is she's actually done it with her eyes closed. So she's put on all her stuff in front of her. She knows what all the products feel like. I'm nowhere near that yet. Maybe in a year or so, or a few years, I might be able to attempt something like that. I'm just going to put some of the liquid eyeshadow on my lip, which is the color Reverend. And it just gives it that little bit of pop of color. And that's actually not done much. There we go. That's much better. Just gives it a little bit of pizzazz. So I can put on a nice lip gloss, which I did yesterday. But then it sits on my cup, the lip gloss, and I don't like that. With this, I put it on. There's no smudging on my cups. There's no smudging on anything. I can eat, I can drink, and everything else. And then I'm setting spray. But yeah, so what she did is she put all the products in front of her. She puts her closes her eyes, and she was putting her contour, blending it in while talking. She didn't do her eyeshadow though, because how do you do your eyeshadow though? But her contour and everything, her whole face was done while she had her eyes closed, which is amazing. So yes, I do sit and watch videos as well and get all the tips and tricks. Oh, the hair looks terrible today. Tamron's off to the hairdresser this afternoon for her second appointment post her blue hair transformation. So they can put on the darker blue, which I wasn't going to attempt. So she's looking forward to that. Let's just get a clip and put a clip in before Cornell decides to chop off and put another fringe in, which I did last year this time. I actually cut myself a fringe, or I went to the hairdresser in South Africa because I was there for my nephew's wedding, and I decided I'm going to cut a fringe, which I should never have done, because from there I have been battling to grow my fringe out and trying to get the hair all. I hate hair. There's always hair somewhere. And then I just tuck this one behind my ear. And there's the look. Guys, I hope you have a blessed and safe day. Take care. God bless. Bye.